Conline is brought to you by the following sponsors. OasisComics.com, the home for J. Lee exclusive variants. ScottsCollectibles.co.uk, home for Alan Qua, Kel New, and many of the industry's top creators. ClanMcDonaldComics.com, the official CBCS facilitator for Comic Online. AlphaOmegaCertification.com, the official CGC facilitator of Comic Online. ArtGermCollectibles.com, the only place to find exclusives for Artgerm, DCWJ, Kunkka, and Ejikure. JJ'sComicArt.com, the home for all things Doug Mankey and some amazing original art deals.
All right, guys, we are back, and we are about to bring on Dan Mendoza. First, I do want to tell you guys, go to www.comicconline.com. You can pick up the G.I. Joe 275 variant, remarked and signed by Mike Mayhew. That is the only way to get it. Now, you can add CGC or CBCS grading, and it is hand-numbered 1 to 200. Also, in less than 1 hour, the recount goes live. That is the book to have right now as far as like indie publishers. You guys won't be able to buy that until after the election. That should tell you a little bit what this is about. This book is going to be fire, guys, and we fought really hard to be able to get you copies early. So you'll be able to get copies in your hand before this book ever even releases on shelves at 8:30 at ComicOnline.com. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring on Dan Mendoza. What's going on, Dan?
What's up, man? What's going on?
Not much, man. We're just doing what we can throughout the day to talk, man. It's fun doing this, bringing the I guess sort of a interview panel convention-esque sort of thing to the fans. Do what we can for them. So
yeah, man, so dope. I imagine that after this whole weekend, you guys are gonna have that sore throat from talking so much.
No, I don't usually get that. I do, however, feel like hammered shit after day 4, especially because on the last one we went 4 days, dude. Nice. And Stanley, Artgerm, it was his time's supposed to end after an hour. Yeah. We were on a roll, so we went a whole nother hour. And so after that ended, I was on a bit of a high because we were selling like everything. And at the end of it, I was just like, the next day, I'm like, I felt like dying. I did. It felt like the end of New York Comic Con.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude.
That's like whenever I finish a convention, man, like it's like my throat hurts just from talking too much, and then like I need that 2 days to recuperate kind of thing. Like just do nothing.
Yeah. It was definitely it definitely takes a lot out of you.
Yeah.
At least for here though, we're not forced to sit in the chair and go out and walk 30 miles worth of building to do all the networking and stuff like that. The networking comes with me. So
hey, and we're also sitting in more comfortable chairs.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
I was at a show in Kentucky, and Mike Zeck was right across from me, and we were eating lunch, and then and he had like this nice ass fucking chair, dude. I'm just like, dude, how do you get that chair? He goes, it's in my contract. He's like, if anybody wants to book me for a show, I have to have a really nice chair. And I was like, dude, that's awesome, man. He's like, yeah, you should tell people that that you want a nice chair. And I was like, okay.
I need to get Stanley to do that, man.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not Mike Zeck. I don't think they would give me a nice chair. I'm just lucky if they let me.
I asked Stanley to do that at one of the shows, and he didn't want to. He's such a humble and nice guy that he didn't want to add any more to it.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah, I'm just happy when I get into shows. There's a lot of shows where like, nope. They're like, we know who you are, and we don't want you to come.
Their loss.
Yeah,
I mean, you do bring a different side, a different breed of fan.
Yeah, totally.
When you go, you have, there are comic fans, and then there are fans of like your properties, your stuff. I mean, they don't always mesh, but I mean, you have people that are fans of specifically you, and not so much regular comics.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. Like where as I started, I've been doing this for almost 12 years now, and it's like you start to, when you're doing your convention circuit and things like that, you start figuring out like, what kind of artist do I want to be, and how am I going to treat fans, and how am I going to do this and stuff. And I just decided just to be myself, you know what I mean? And then just be nice to everybody. And it's so simple. It's such a simple thing to say, but it's that's worked because everybody, I'm genuinely nice to everybody. I answer all my fans. I every day I talk to my fans online and all that stuff. I make it so I'm approachable, and I get remarks that a lot of artists don't do that, and it's just crazy, dude. Like, and it was just something as simple as that, where it became that people are fans of me and my artwork, not just my artwork, and it was cool, man. So.
Yeah, I mean, you see that a lot. A lot of guys, they'll get that little bit of following, and all of a sudden they get that rock star mentality to where it like they completely disconnect from reality to a degree, to where they think that, not that they aren't hot shit, but that's in their head, they're hot shit and they can do and say whatever they want. Yeah. I do enjoy talking with creators that have remained grounded and don't let the shit change who they are as a person.
Yeah, totally. It's like even like at shows, it's like if I have an extra chair and there's a fan that always comes, and I see him all the time. Hey, you want to chill? Hang out, dude, and then just hang out and we just talk. It's no big deal. Like,
let's see, we got Albert Tomista says hi, Mr. Mendoza.
Hey, what's up, man?
Armindo says what's up, Dan.
Oh, Armindo, what's up?
Luz Rice says, can I claim all of it now?
Yeah, that's Mr. Rice, man. Mr. Rice is a huge collector of Dan Mendoza stuff, man. He's awesome. So.
Let's see. John Garza says, what's up, Dan? Just ordered a set of your exclusives off your site.
Hell yeah. That shit went live at 7:30.
There you go.
So awesome, man. And what exclusives are we talking about? Oh, we're talking about these Conline ones. Bam, right there, man.
Look at that. Our logo's on something, Greg, and it's not on the back, it's on the front.
Yeah, it's on the front, man. So, Corey asked me to do this show, and I'm just like, yeah, of course. And can I put your logo on an exclusive? He's like, yeah, man. So we got our regular, and it's print to order, and then, just because I'm Dan Mendoza and I do what I do, I got to do the risque and, have some tapes on it so we don't get deleted. And this is only limited to 50, guys.
Yeah, that's one of the things I was concerned with is like the Monty video we did before this. There was a lot of boobies on that video.
Oh, yeah, man.
And I'm afraid we're going to get nailed on YouTube. I really am.
You were posting the Cannibal Kitty that Kunta did for my Kickstarter, and you got booted off from it.
Yeah, and it didn't even have anything on it. Like it was covered.
Yeah, it was covered.
And they shut down the Art Germ Collectibles account, dude.
Yeah, they shut it off.
Yeah.
I've been shut down. There was a time this year where it was like a few months back, right before I was doing another Kickstarter. I got shut down for something that I posted in January. And then I was shut down for 24 hours. And as soon as I came back up, 2 hours later, they shut me down again for something else. And it was like, then I had to wait 3 days, and it just kept happening, dude. It was weird. So, yeah.
You made somebody mad at Facebook.
Yeah. So I put stickers on everything now. And when I post that I have an exclusive or a new cover, I always say that the nude is available. I don't even show it no more on Facebook.
But there wasn't even nude.
No.
It was a fully clothed for your properties. A fully clothed version of the image.
Yeah. Yeah, I had that. The one I got shut down for, she was fully clothed too, but it was like the clothing were almost skin colored. So the little freaking robot that looks at stuff and censors it thought it was full nude. So
Eric Davis says, "Hi Dan, first time viewer of yours, long time fan."
What's up, Eric?
Marcus Middleton says, "Sugar Pop Pledge came in a couple weeks back."
Hell yeah!
Page of it.
Yeah, man, Sugar Pop. Finally, I think everybody finally has it now. There was a few stragglers where there was a couple books I needed to sign, so Coffin mailed that over, and I signed them and got them back out to you guys. So, yeah.
So I guess the thing you're most famous for, at least prior to this, would have been Zombie Tramp.
Yes.
So in Zombie Tramp, I think very public, all that stuff. Now, from Zombie Tramp getting to where you are now, why these 3 titles? These are you have 3 titles right now, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Sad Girl, Psycho
what was
Baby.
the driving force behind these 3 specific titles?
With Zombie Tramp, when I started it and stuff, everything was great and everything like that. But it's just after a while, I just wanted to be on my own again, where I was just doing something where I don't have to listen to nobody anymore. And then I was like, I want to do something that's not like Zombie Tramp, something a different kind of personality, character, and all stuff. And I was like, well, let's change the genre. So I went post-apocalyptic with it, and then I just love Monster Girl, so every character has to be a Monster Girl. So I was like, well, I'm not going to do another zombie, so let's do this girl that's blue, and she has a mutation of sadness, and her power is to make people commit suicide. So I did that, and then I put it out there and did a Kickstarter just to see how it would do, and it did really good. It did like 45,000 or something. So I was just like, okay. I was like, this is good. Okay, so then I'm gonna do another one, and then around that time, I'm just like, okay, Zombie Tramp is kind of done, dude. So I kind of finished off the main character Janie Bill's story. I was finishing it off, and then I just gave her a happy ending. No pun intended. I gave her like this happy ending kind of storyline, and I finished it, and then let Action Lab start with a brand new character that became Zombie Tramp, and then I just walked away and decided to just do a couple more books, and now it's been like, I think three years now, just completely without any kind of publishing and just self-publishing everything and just doing everything through Kickstarter. It's pretty crazy.
So now you fulfilled the first few yourself, right?
The first one, we did the fulfillment ourselves. It was me and Nightmare, and she basically does it all because she runs the store and she's just the packing champ. And then and it was taking too long, and I have really bad anxiety, and I'm just like, what the fuck, we need to get this done and all this stuff. And then Polito was just keeps knocking it out. And so I asked him, I said, hey, do you know any companies that do fulfillment? Like, because I need help with this stuff. And he was like,
well, yes.
Yeah, he was like, we could do it, dude. And I was like, what? He's like, we could do it. Like, we'll talk business about, how we'll do it and whatever. So then when I did Sad Girl Part 2, Coffin Comics did the fulfillment, and man, they knocked that thing out, dude. And then so after that, it became this kinship with me and Polito and Coffin Comics, and we're like almost like a sister freaking company where we just interact and do things. Like, I'm always doing covers for him, and they do my fulfillment, and we just get to know everybody. We know everybody in the warehouse. Everybody's friendly, so it's just worked out really well, man. It's really cool that he would do that for me. It was awesome. So
Tanya Shadwick asks, if I buy the exclusive on your website, can it be signed?
Yeah, when you buy it, just put in the notes when you purchase it that if you wanted it signed, and then that's all you gotta do. If you already purchased it and you forgot to say you want it signed, just email me and forward me the order number, and then we'll get that going for you. So.
Now, are you going to allow them to send to Alpha Omega to be graded?
Of course.
Okay. Or CBCS, Clay McDonald. We those are our 2 facilitators for the show. If you guys want grading, just again put in the notes, or
put it in the notes that you're gonna want this graded by, and then say who and stuff, and then we'll keep tabs on it, and what we'll do is we'll get all that set up in a big package, and then of everybody's orders, and we'll send it to whoever's doing that grading. So
and then from there the book will be distributed from that particular facilitator, or it may even come directly from CGC or CBCS, depending on how that particular facilitator handles their business.
So I'd rather send it to the facilitator. I don't do paperwork, so people always do that. Like, they'll say, hey, I got these books, and like, if I mail them to you with the paperwork, will you do it and send it to get it graded? I'm like, no, I don't do paperwork.
Yeah, see, that's one of the things that those guys need to learn. If they fill out the paperwork and just highlight the area where you need to sign, it'd make your life so much easier.
Yeah, I probably still wouldn't even do it. Like I just when I look at paperwork, my eyes go blurry, and I'm just like, I don't want to do any of this. Like, it's like a kid at school again. I don't want to do any of that.
I don't have a real job, so I don't have to look at paperwork.
Yeah, dude. Like, recently we had a bunch of stuff where I had to do all this paperwork, and I was like, man, I got to be an adult today. And I was like, I'm gonna knock it all at once. Like, I finally got my 2019 taxes done. Like, I just finished it. Like, you know, I kept like getting extensions because I'm just like, I don't want to do it.
Oh man.
But you know,
let's see. JJ says that's some nice gear, Corey. Yes, JJ, it is. The only white hat in existence right now. I had this made as like just to see what it looked like, and it looks good. So we offered it on the website.
You got a small head, that's why. I mean, like I got a big.
I'm sorry that you know I don't have such a massive melon. Yeah. I mean, I apologize. I mean, my head looks good for my body. I do. I have a small head comparatively, dude. I do. It's got off. Like, I can't even believe how small of a hat I wear. I'm 6'2", 230 pounds, man. I'm not a small guy.
The kid's large.
You.
Yeah, my head, like, I can't. There's like certain COVID masks and things. They never fit my head. They don't. I bought one that Velcroed around my head, and the Velcro wouldn't meet. It wouldn't reach it. Like it wouldn't.
Dude, this bullshit with me. I got one, and like it looked like it was for an adult, but it was for a little girl. Like it was that small.
Yeah, and my skin's like pushing through the side of it and stuff. It's crazy.
These are great.
Nice. So those are
because it fits my face and his melon head.
I heard those are anti-glasses fog, huh?
Well, mine haven't fogged yet. The only reason I'm not wearing them is because my glasses, like you can see the screen in my glasses.
Yeah.
So, I still haven't, like, we've been doing this for 8 months and I still don't know how to do lighting.
Yeah, we started doing it where when we do shows now, we basically turn down most of the lights completely. So
I'll be honest, man.
To try to delete like the shiny, greasy foreheads and weird lighting coming from the top that makes you look creepy, and
At least I got a little bit of shine on my dome.
Yeah.
Dude, the last one we did, we had the way the lights were set up. Like my head was glaring, son. I mean, it was.
That's funny.
Steve McDonald says that's why facilitators love you, Dan.
Yeah, I know, because I decided to make them do it. Like even because here with one of my buddies, Cody Lockwood, that lives in town and he does CBCS grading. It's kind of like that's the thing that people are starting to realize. Or it's like, could you just have Cody pick this up for me? And then Cody deals with it. I don't even do the conversation after that. I'm just like, I don't deal with it, dude. So it's crazy.
So the book, man. Show the book again, man.
Yes, sir.
Go, guys. Pick up this book. One after what is it? This weekend, or when are you canceling orders on? When is the?
I for this one, this is going to be print to order, and so I'll stop that on October 31st.
Okay.
Because we're doing a big sale in our store right now for the whole month of October. Like right now, we're selling a bunch of Lady Death covers that I've done. They're all APs. Those are almost gone, and then this is the risque version, and that's gonna be only limited to 50. Also this month we're doing our first ever, we call it the Tit for Tat breast cancer awareness thing that we're doing. So this is a calendar. It's comic book size, but it's a wraparound cover, which looks like that. And then
fantastic.
And that's a calendar that we're doing. We always wanted to do a calendar, but never had a reason to. So we're doing that. So it's like a 12-month calendar, all pinups done by me. And then there's a regular nude, of course, and those are all print to order till October 31st. And we call it Tit for Tat because of course, and then you get your temporary Tit for Tat tattoos.
Oh, fantastic.
With you, and your breast cancer awareness bracelet and stuff, and then we're gonna send proceeds to pinkfund.org after we collect all the sales and stuff for it. So it's pretty cool.
Right
And
on.
then also I did 2 drawings today just to sell in the store. People always asking me for commissions, and I never have time, so I knocked these 2 out today. Those are available. If not, probably sold out already. They're $300 a piece, so check those out. I've been this whole time I'm talking to you. I'm seeing the sales on the drop, on the alert drop, because I put everything live as soon as we started. So it might be available, might not. I don't know. Check it out later.
It's a great thing, as you know, having your own store. When you take something live, you sit there and watch the ticker.
Yeah,
I mean, we do that every time we take a book live. We will sit here and we will watch that ticker, man.
That's how I am with Kickstarters too. Like whenever we do a Kickstarter, we do like a live video and we talk about the Kickstarter before we launch, and then we launch and then we come back in an hour and we give away stuff or whatever and just have fun. But like I always do that as soon as I hit live, and I'm like, okay, I'll see you guys in an hour, and then as soon as I turn off the Facebook, I'm just looking at it. I'm like, come on,
right now I have Shopify open and I'm watching. I'm serious. Like, it's been open this whole time, and I watch. You know, the Baroness covers sell, and you know, at the end of this, in 35 minutes when the recount goes on sale, I'm going to be doing the same thing. You know,
and I'm always like obsessing over how fast it gets funded. I'm just like, okay, how fast is it gonna get funded right away? I don't know. Just obsessing constantly, man. So yeah, I like the Kickstarter.
It just says they are sold.
Nice. They're sold. They're gone. Okay, they're gone.
Jay Winter says he got the Cannibal Kitty right away.
Hell yeah.
So congratulations.
Cannibal Kitty became such a good fan favorite, man. Like, it's not even my character. Nightmare, my girlfriend Nightmare, she created her and writes the stories and everything. And man, it's became like a hit, man. It's awesome.
So now, I haven't really followed a whole lot of you know, there's so many Kickstarters and so many creators, it's hard to really follow every single one of them. But have you ever done a blank for your properties?
No, I just do one for the stores. Like these ones. This is the Still Ill Prince, because our company is called Still Ill Princess Studio. So you know, our store is stillillprincess.com. So I do make these blanks that just say Still Ill Princess on them. I don't really sell them in the store. I just draw on them myself, but people keep telling me to sell them in the store. I just haven't got around to it.
Well, if you sell them in the store, they're going to come to you for a commission. So
yeah. And then also in the Kickstarters, what I do is that another thing is because people, I never am available to do commissions. I open for 10 slots, and I do a special sketch cover that's just for that Kickstarter. And it's only available for like 10 people, or I started doing 15 now. So 15 people, and then it's gone. And then so you know, when we're doing fulfillment and stuff, I sit there and I do like 15 drawings in a day and get them all mailed back out and stuff. But yeah, it's crazy.
So what do you have coming up next? So you just had one Kickstarter complete, correct?
Yeah. So Cannibal Kitty 2 just finished, and so now they're in surveys where people that finish the Kickstarter, we send them a survey and they click on it, and they fill it out and everything to make sure that everything they ordered is correct. But during that time, they can add on more stuff, and also during that time, people that missed the Kickstarter can actually go on to that Kickstarter and click on the link that I have posted where it says last chance to pledge, and you click on that, and it'll take you straight to the surveys where you can just log in and just get your books right then and there. So what we always do is we always have, you know, if you just want digital, we have digital available, or any back issue you want of any of the Still Ill titles we do, like Sad Girl or Sugar Pop, you know, Cannibal Kitty, all that back issues, we make it all available, and we even got apparel right now too, so that's cool.
So yeah, if you guys do that, and you decide you want to add some stuff to it, Coca and lyrics would be a good good to add.
Yes, we got a lyrics. We got 2 different lyrics sets. Actually, one of them's not available anymore. That was the jeweled variants, and we cut those off as soon as the Kickstarter ended. But we do got another lyrics set, which is really awesome. great artwork. And then Kunka did one, and it's so dope, man. That was like one of our favorite ones, man. It was,
and that was the good thing too. Because lyrics, you were going to get like 2 covers, and then she's like, you know what? Here's 3.
yeah, she gave us 4.
4, yeah, 4. I'm sorry. Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'll use them all, dude.
She loves that style art, you know.
Yeah.
You didn't think, looking at her, she's a very innocent-looking Asian girl, and
That's
she
funny.
loves these pinups, man. She loves to do them.
That's funny. Yeah, I need to get her for. There's a Kickstarter in April that I'm having that I need her for. Yeah, but crazy.
Yeah, just hit me up after this, man. We'll
Talk about it later. Yeah.
Yeah, we will, dude. I mean, or we can talk about it now, whatever you want to do. I mean, you know, everybody can see, you know, like how things happen.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. The next Kickstarter I have is like mid-November already, which is crazy. So this is the first time we're gonna do something different, where it's not just a book of one of these characters. It's an anthology book. It's like 258 pages or something, and there's going to be 2 different trades covers and 2 different hard covers, which will be limited, and that's all we're doing. We're not doing a shit ton of covers like we do with the Kickstarters and stuff. We're just doing that, and it's like we're just gonna take basically the pre-orders for it and see how it goes. Because during the whole year, in between Kickstarters, I always do these Japanese manga style comics. You know, they're always short stories, and you read them backwards and everything, and they're black and gray, but I always put a little bit of color in them and stuff. And I got a bunch of those now. So what we wanted to do was make it into a trade. But then I was like, well, let's do some more short stories, and where they're all horror stories, and make them full color. So I had 2 of those. So I was just like, all right, let's make it into one giant book. So now you read it front, you know, on the front side, you know, you got all your colored horror short stories written and drawn by a bunch of different artists like myself and a bunch, Joe Pekar and a bunch of other people I worked with on Zombie Tramp and all this other cool stuff. We got cool writers, and then it just goes into a bunch of pinups, and then you have to flip the whole book over, and then it's all the Japanese mangas, and you just read them on the other side. So it's kind of like the book you're getting is going to have a cover on the front and a cover on the back. So it's crazy. So we're just trying that out and see how that works out, man. It's going to be interesting.
So you're going to do like slip covers for the hardcover and stuff like that?
We're talking about doing a slip cover right now. We might just do the slip cover as an add-on, where you don't have to get the slip cover if you don't want to, you know, and then, you know, you add more just for the slip cover. And then that way you don't, if, you know, I mean, it's cheaper for you if you don't want the slip cover. So we're probably going to do something.
I've always wanted from like a DC or Marvel or something like that, be able to do those collected editions, because you can't do like an exclusive in a collected edition. You know, let them do an exclusive slipcover for the collected edition, and then I mean that's I think that'd be cool. And I didn't mean to give away any ideas there, but you know,
yeah, we talked about all kinds of stuff.
I gotta go. As long as I get one of them. Just take the ideas with it.
Yeah, we talked about all kinds of different covers with the printers we're going to use, and it's just like, you know, what if we did one that was just a gigantic fucking sketch cover, you know what I mean? Or like, what if a whole hardcover was a lenticular, you know what I mean? Like, just little things like, so we're just figuring out everything they could possibly build, and stuff, glow in the dark covers and all these, you know, all this embossing and all this other stuff.
I know, like Marat, he was talking about at one point, I forget what book it was, but he's going to do an 11x17 book. You know, 11x17 lenticular for like that would be insane.
That's crazy, dude. I know Ron Sabala does that, man, with the guy he has that does lenticular. Not really lenticular, it's just like these weird 3D images.
Yeah.
For all the Mount Olympus stuff he does. And he met that guy at a show, because all that guy does is sell 11x17 prints that are like these weird 3D images and stuff. And I was like, that's pretty dope, man. But, you know, he won't tell us who it is. I'm like, hey, who do you use for that? He's like, I don't want to tell you.
Dude, I'll just make a post. Hey, who does Ron Zabala use? First person to answer it gets a free. Right, people, man.
Yeah, we share stuff, but sometimes I'm just like, oh, he doesn't want to tell me. Whatever, it's fine.
I just think if you look up the 3-dimensional prints, somebody does. I mean, you're bound to see them.
Oh yeah, you know, Like I'll ask Polito. I'm like, who did you use for this? He's like, oh, this person, and then he sends me the link. I'm like, oh, that was easy. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, because it just, I don't know. I like sharing stuff. Like who we use for the like our germ collectibles, the guy we use for our metal COAs and stuff like that. I'll tell you, Jacob Stem.
Yeah, of course. I use Jacob for all my metal needs, man. Fairy metal, dude. Jacob's the coolest dude.
Well, I got him a cover. He was actually Lyric's first cover.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
For his
Yule's Vision. Yeah, Yule's Vision. Yeah, he lives in Vegas, and we just moved from Vegas, but it was cool when I needed metal stuff done because I would just meet him in a parking lot somewhere, and then he would just open his trunk and hand me all his metals.
I'm going to him this coming week. He's going to hate me, or he might. I'm not sure which, but
you're going to need the shipping charge.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, man. I got a lot of stuff in the works with Jacob right now, which is pretty gonna be fun stuff that I'll talk about another time.
It's fun. Like, he's really good to bounce ideas off of too. Not only with that, but he's one of the ones that helped me come up with the trading card COA for our.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because I always ask him what I always think of ideas. What can we do with this metal? And he'll tell me if he could do it or if he can't do it. And it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're working with our training. We're trying to get metal that you can print on both sides.
That's what I was actually talking to him about too. So right now it's kind of like you can glue two pieces of metal together, but you can't print on both sides.
And I'm fine with the backside being transparent a little bit. I just wanted the logo on the backside.
Oh, okay.
I don't guess it'll hold the ink at all.
You could do like Polito. Polito actually has like a stickered label that he puts on the backside on it.
Yeah. So. That's a lot of work though, man.
Yeah, I know. Boy, he has a whole warehouse of people that could just do this all day.
I've got this is our germ collectibles right here.
Yeah, right.
I mean, there's a couple more, but they're we bring them in when needed. I mean, it's not like a full-time thing.
Yeah, that's how it is. It's just me and Nightmare, and she does most of all of our stores. She basically does all the stores.
Not paying somebody to put a sticker on something.
Yeah, and then sometimes if we get behind, we'll pull in some help, man. But man, she handles everything, man. So it's just I just draw. It's crazy.
Let's see, always sold out. Got to act fast, says Jay Winter.
Yeah.
Armando says just ordered the limited nude cover. Jay said picked up both exclusives. Thanks, Dan.
Then also, just in case you guys didn't see, I actually have a matching 11x17 print.
There you go.
Of the image, and it's double-sided. It's a double-sided print.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's my thing. I like to do that with pretty much all the prints that we sell in our store. Because people say, oh no, I want the regular one, the nude one. We just make them double-sided now. That way, depends on who's over at your house is what you're going to display. So
yeah, you just swing it around.
You're like, my mom's coming over, and you flip it over. So.
I don't know that I have that on my wall at all. If my mom's coming over.
Yeah, so that's cool.
But I don't talk to my mom, so it's.
So how are you with no conventions going on? I mean, are you kind of enjoying staying home and not having to be on the road as much?
No, I miss it. I miss doing conventions because we're doing well. We're doing all these kicks. We do 4 Kickstarters a year right now, plus sales in between and all that stuff, and everything's great. But it's the only, and we do our live shows to talk to the fans. But the only thing lacking is actually just meeting a fan, like just to have them come to the table, and meet them in person and stuff. That's the part that's lacking, and that's what I miss about convention life. It's just that aspect of it. So,
getting that FaceTime with fans
to actually see people in person, yeah, and then actually talk to them and shake their hand. That's the.
Now, would it work out the same? Like when you do your live shows and whatnot, do you offer to bring fans on from time to time or anything like that? Just bring them up so that they get some FaceTime with you?
We just talk to them on in their comments and stuff like that, and like people message me every day, and I take the time and I answer messages. That's my first thing in the morning is just answering messages. So it's crazy. We were gonna do. We just moved here to Michigan, and then we were gonna do our own show. We were gonna do like a There Goes the Neighborhood party, and then we were gonna rent a venue, and we were gonna have exclusives, and we were gonna have all of my art on the walls, and everything was for sale, and do it all stuff. And then they wouldn't let any crowds more than 10 people, so we still haven't had that yet. So we'll still have it just when we're able to have large crowds of people. So.
Wow.
But yeah, I was gonna invite everybody and all my fans, and then we were gonna make it like a pilgrimage, man. And like I was working on deals with hotels for people who want to stay there. They got a discount because they were going to my event, all that stuff. It was cool.
Bro, you need to come to Florida. They're letting people have conventions down here.
I know. I can go to Disneyland, huh?
Yeah.
Dude, no, like they're actually having in Orlando. They're actually having conventions. Like
Really?
I think they have to limit it to people.
Yeah.
They don't look fucking limited. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
like
man.
Everybody who's ever wanted to go to a convention goes to that convention. It's like elbows to elbows trying to get through that shit.
Is it the same venue that does MegaCon? The same?
No.
There's one-day shows.
Like armories and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah.
You used to like be able to, not throw a rock and hit anybody else in a lot of these shows, and now there's you are literally bumping into people.
That's cool. People miss it, man. People miss it. So
Yeah.
It's a sad thing. Missing all these people.
It is, it's, but I'm kind of like I miss the shows I do. I miss seeing people in person, but I don't know if I miss them enough to I don't know how bad this thing really. Whatever, I don't know if I've had it. May have had it. I felt like shit for like a week at a time, a couple of times during these last. Actually, it was just one time where I slept like 20 hours a day for a week, which judging by the 3 hours a day I've had for sleep the last 3 weeks, me 20 hours a day, that shit's not right.
That's a trip. Yeah, we don't know. We just Now it's like when we go somewhere and there's like we're in a room full of people not wearing masks, we kind of freak out. We're like, how come they're not wearing their masks? And then we're like, we don't want to be here now. It's like it's become like a normal thing now, where it's like if I don't see someone with a mask, and I think it's not safe.
I wear masks. Like I don't normally wear a mask, but if I see a bunch of people that are, and I see, and I don't want to hurt anybody else's feelings. This doesn't really inconvenience me, other than remembering it.
Yeah,
that's the only problem I have is remembering it. I don't give a shit.
I've been putting it in the fold of my wallet because I keep forgetting it. So I just keep it in the fold of my wallet all the time. And
see, I used to keep it in my bag all the time, and then like my kids started screwing with my bag, so my mask started coming up missing, and and then my computer happened. And that's a whole nother story.
Dashboard stays on the dashboard.
Yeah, but my dashboard's shot.
We'll get a new dashboard.
That's like a new car, Greg.
Did you have a favorite convention you like going to?
Me and Bill we're the same, man. We love New York Comic Con. New York Comic Con was our favorite. There's just something about it, like it had its own kind of just feel. We would always stay in Jersey, so behind the Javits Center, you take the ferry over to Jersey, and then you catch an Uber and it takes you to your hotel, and it just had a nostalgia to it, man. And most of all the fans that come from the East Coast are just really, really cool and stuff. You got people bringing me White Castle and Dunkin' Donuts. But yeah, that was one of our favorites, man. I think my least favorites was going to LA. Even when I lived in LA, I just don't like going there. It's just crazy. But
speaking of, Augie Rocha says, "What's up, Dan?"
What's up, Augie? Yeah, man. We were gonna do the Ontario show that was in California before all the COVID, and that got canceled, of course. But Augie he's like, "Yeah, that's near me. I could just drive there." I'm like, "Cool." So.
Dude, Augie drove down to San Diego to see me when we went down there. Like Augie, when we started the collector sport, Augie's been a member for a long time. He's been a huge supporter of pretty much everything I do. I don't know if it's because I'm there or because I actually attach myself to good shit. But Augie's been there, and dude drove all the way from onto wherever it is he lives, but it's like a couple hours away.
Yeah.
Drove down.
It's like 4 hours.
Just drove down to hang out with me after like the show one night. I mean, that was cool, man. Him and Chris Silva and you know,
man. Augie's a cool dude, man. He's just we do like signings like in California at a store, and it's like it's like an hour from him, so he just shows up, and he's cool, man. I like him.
Yeah, he's good people, that's for sure. He's always got some of the coolest hauls too, man. You see this guy, and he's got a box the size of my house getting over to him, and like every time, and then he picks it up and he just fucking throws it, and then on to the next one.
It was funny because whenever we do a Kickstarter, there's always a cover that comes out that's going to be limited to only like 30 people, and it's randomly inserted in people's orders, like, so we don't know who's going to get it. But so Augie got one, and he was doing his live video, and he didn't know what it was. And like it was for Sugar Pop, and you knew you got the random insert because there was like a plushy little unicorn horn that came in your package, and he didn't know what it was. He's like, "What is this? A pink poop?" And he didn't know. And then he's like, "I didn't even order this book." He's like, "Oh well, maybe they gave me one by accident. I don't know." But he didn't. And everybody started commenting like, "Dude, you won that limited to 30 freaking book, dude." And he's like, "Oh." That's so funny, man.
Dude, I think kind of had like I get the Lady Death. Well, when my guys do Lady Death and stuff like that, so I'll pledge for it. If I can remember, pledge for stuff I do. Mostly I just can't remember. But I got one, and ended up getting a Jay Lee variant.
Nice.
And like I was like, oh, that's cool. There's like 10 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just.
That's a trip. Yeah, man. Like he does these super limited things, man. You're like, oh, there's only 10 of these. Yeah, so crazy, man.
Yeah, Augie said I overheated my Stingray on the way to San Diego. Yes, he did.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I think that's a 3-hour drive for him, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he drove a good ways.
From what I remember, living in California.
When I got him a Lucio Perillo sketch, man. I think I got him one. I know I got him one. It's the same MegaCon where I kind of met you.
Yeah.
Where I was like next to a guy. I don't think they're ever.
The last time I did MegaCon, it was Bill, then me, and then next to us was that guy that does all Jim Lee's facilitating.
Yeah.
I forget his name, but it was him. Yeah. Huh?
Dino.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was, and that was it. And then we're like, man, it's gonna get crowded when Jim Lee comes, but Jim Lee never came. He was. He goes in another room and stuff and does a major sign fest and stuff. And then
Okay, yeah, that was the same one where I was a CBCS facilitator for that one.
Yeah.
And Rob Liefeld, like I was Cable is my favorite character.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell this story, and I may sound like a little bitch when I tell this story, but so like Cable's been my favorite character because of a lot of reasons that I won't really go into, but I liked Rob Liefeld. Rob was going to be there. So I never met Rob. I was super excited. I finished all my shit, like all my signatures, all my requirements so that I could set in his line for 3 hours to be the first person there. And that motherfucker never looked at me, dude. And I was pissed.
Oh, dude, man. I remember that was right across from me was
Scott's.
Was Ryan Kincaid. And
Yeah.
then over to the side of him was Rob Liefeld. And I always remember when I was a kid, and I wanted to grow up and draw for Marvel and all this bullshit. And I went to a small convention when conventions were these small little hotel shows, and I met Rob Liefeld, and he had just finished What If Wolverine Was an Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.,
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask him questions about the industry and all this other stuff, and he didn't want to give me the time of day, dude. And I was just like, God damn it, man. But your story just reminded me of that.
Dude, it fucking dude. That like when I talk, I'm friends with John Boy Myers. That's where I met John Boy too, and he and I have become really good friends.
That's cool.
And I met John Boy. He's like, dude, don't hold that against him. Everybody has a bad day. Everybody, everybody has their day. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt on this, John Boy. I'm a,
Yeah, because we did. I did a show.
So I get to C2E2 not last year, but the year before, and I bring books that he has never seen. I have every New Mutants 87 in every version ever published from any foreign country.
Wow.
And I still, I was with Art Germ, dude, like at the booth, like we were set up here. He was right here. And like just, I could not get a handshake, a look, a fucking nothing. And dude, I was just like, I don't shit. I don't. As a comic fan, I don't dislike Rob at all. I was just, as a fan, I'm just like, man, dude, look at me, man.
Yeah, we did a small. There was a small show in Orange County that we did. It was at if you guys know what Dave and Buster's is, it was at a Dave and Buster's, and they took a bunch of the private rooms and they turned it into this show, and I forgot which comic book store put it out, but Rob Liefeld was their head guy, and then they had all these people that were supposed to be the head people of the show in this one room, and it's like I'm sitting there. They're like, oh, you're gonna sit right here, and it's like right in front of Rob Liefeld, where I gotta look at him all day. And I was like, no, I don't want to sit here. And then they're like, why? I go, I really don't want to have to look at Rob Liefeld all day. Can I go over there in the corner? And it was a really small room, and then so I got my corner spot and whatever. But when he came in, he was nice to everybody, dude. So it was like it wasn't a big deal. Like I just I don't like I wouldn't want to be in front of a table in front of Jim Lee because I don't want to look at him all day. You know what I mean? It's just like we went to this party in San Diego, and it was up. I forgot what floor it was at, but Jim Lee was getting on the elevator, and we were about to get on, and I didn't get in because I was like, I don't want to go on the elevator with Jim Lee, dude. That's.
I mean, is it like a nerd thing, or is it like a?
Yeah, it's a little nerd thing. You go back to when you were like 15 and you wanted and you looked up to these guys, and you would draw everything that they would draw to learn anatomy and all that stuff, and it's just you're just like I can't, I don't want to do it. I went to a show in Kentucky and they had a driver pick me up, like this Lincoln Town Car driver, and they hold your sign at the airport, and you get on the into the car, and they take you to the hotel and all that stuff, and they're picking up me and James O'Barr, and I'm just sitting in this car with them. And I'm like, that's when Jason Momoa announced he was going to do the Crow, So I was like,
gonna do the Crow.
Yeah, so it's just awkward, dude. I'm just sitting in there, and I'm just like, so how's that? How about that Momoa? I don't know what the fuck am I gonna say to him,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just that.
Yeah, a buddy of mine here is like handles like most of his stuff. He does a lot for James O'Barr. His name's Justin Foose. He the Comic Cave is what his company is. A lot of facilitating.
Yeah, I know the Comic Cave.
Yeah, I mean dude, Florida is nothing but comic. Like the industry's, it's just like a breeding ground for people in the industry. but Justin lives about 30 minutes up the road, and he does so much with James O'Barr.
Nice,
like so much.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I just turn into that 15-year-old kid every time. I'm like, I can't talk to them. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Except for Polito. Like I didn't turn into no 15-year-old kid. At first I was like, oh shit, Polito is interested in me, and then we hit it off, and it was cool. And then the same thing for Billy Tucci, man. He was cool.
So, I met Billy before I did any of this. Like I said, I was a CBCS facilitator, and my first signing, it was Billy Tucci and Ethan Van Sciver went to a pizza shop owned by my buddy Marco Folletta. Later on, we went to own a shop together, a comic shop together. And like that's where I met Billy, and that dude, he was about probably 3 glasses of wine in. And I mean, that guy can tell some stories, man. Gave me a free sketch because it was my birthday,
Nice.
And good dude.
Nice. Yeah, I had to do in Tucson, in Arizona. I had to do a panel with Polito and Tucci. It was called The Outlaws of Comic Books. And I'm just like, well, yeah, these guys are from the 90s. They're 90s comic book guys. It's awesome. Like I love 90s comic books. That's all my books are basically based off of that 90s genre of comic books and how it just felt, when you read it. But it was just like, I'm not you know, I'm not that much of an outlaw, but Polito's like, yeah, he announced he announced me as like a new coming outlaw. So I was like, that's cool.
You know,
It's funny.
that's a. I mean, that's a hell of a table to sit at, and then for them to accept you. I mean, that
Yeah, they're cool, man. It's there's not an asshole bone in Polito's body, man. He's humble as fuck, and
that's one of the great things too about a lot of the guys, like, you know, because the circles that I run in, that you run in, you know, they overlap a little bit, you know, but it's nice to know those guys that have been here for that long are just genuinely good fucking people, man.
And they're still in the game too, you know? Like, I love it, man. It's crazy.
Good people. I mean, like, it's weird. Like, you wouldn't expect people with that much success, that much notoriety, to just be that good of a person still.
Yeah, and it's cool. Like over there, it's like there's like some of this Arizona clique, you know what I mean? Because it's Polito, and then you got Murat Michaels, and you got all these dudes in Arizona, man.
Yeah, the retailer, like Jesse James. I mean, Jesse's I love Jesse.
Yeah, and then Jesse James store and all this. Everybody's just cool, man. It's just I just got accepted into this little circle, which was really, really awesome, man. So.
You know, I love everything that guy does. You know, he did the retailer roundtable with us for a little while before that kind of went.
Nice. Yeah.
You know, and I love what he's doing with the Comic Book Shopping Network and all that stuff. You know, the guy is just the guy loves comics and is just going to do anything he can to continue providing to the industry in any way that he can.
Yeah, I got to do an exclusive for him still. He's like do an exclusive for me, whatever title you want to do, and you know, and I'll sell it. And I was like, all right. So I haven't had time. Probably in December.
Right. He will too. He'll sell the hell out of it. Like they sell it, man.
Yeah, he was like, whatever title you have that you want to sell a lot of, make it that title. And I was like, okay. But yeah, he's good, man.
They definitely mow through those exclusives, dude. They do. They have a. I mean, it's like a store that's a breed of fan that's completely detached from the rest of everybody else.
Yeah. It's not even.
They follow in the Comic Book Shopping Network, and they love it, and they will pay whatever the hell he asks them to.
It's not. It's like a non-diamond kind of store now. It's freaking cool.
Well, I think he went back to Diamond.
Did he?
No, he's using UCS. Yeah, he's not using Diamond. He's using UCS. I think he's only carrying DC products at the moment.
Well, you get stuff from Scout and other companies directly through the companies.
Which Scout, who's following you, you know, that's our first actual publisher that we've had, I guess, away from Brian Polito. You know, so that's kind of cool. It's weird thing that comic shop that I owned. One of my partners is actually the co-publisher with Scout now, so that's kind of how that all worked out. But dude, it's weird how you start someplace and then you see all these people that you knew, and they end up in awesome places.
Nice. Yeah, it's a small world, this industry, man. It's crazy.
Speaking of awesome places, your website.
Yes, stillillprincess.com is where you go to check out. I heard these are sold out, so we won't even talk about those.
Wait. That doesn't sound...
the sketches are gone, dude. That's what I heard. They're gone.
Yeah.
You
guys.
Our exclusive Comic Conline book right here, regular and limited to 50 nude variant, which is in the store right now. And then there's a matching print if you want to get the print. It's double-sided.
There you go.
And then we also got our Tit for Tat, our first ever calendar that we're doing. It's a 12-month calendar, all pinups and stuff. So this goes to a benefit supporting breast cancer awareness. So we got a regular nude of that one, and then it comes with temporary tattoos and your pink bracelet that has our website and the Tit for Tat logo on it and stuff to show that you supported the cause. And it's something that we're gonna do, I think, every October, every year now and stuff. So it's fun.
A good thing, man. A good cause.
Follow the.
In fact, just to support it, I'll probably go buy something after the show.
Yeah, I follow the 6 rules of success by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and step 6 is to give back, and that's something we've been wanting to do for a while. So yeah, I'm a big Arnold Schwarzenegger guy.
So we got about 2 minutes left. Yeah, guys, go pick those up. If you guys want grading from CGC or CBCS, make sure you put it in the notes. Let Dan know, and they will be sent to Alpha Omega Certification Services or Clay McDonald Comics, whatever your preferred grading service is. I mean, this has been an amazing thing. This is the first exclusive we've produced. You know, Polito produced some, but everybody else has kind of come in. And that guy's always ahead of the fucking curve, man. It almost angers you. Like how far ahead of other people he usually is.
He's like crazy ahead, dude. Like he's there's stuff that he has done already, like that he's not even gonna have probably for June until June. I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Like he was ahead of everybody on the Kickstarter. He didn't start Kickstarter, but the motherfucker damn sure took it and made it his thing, and that's what he is recognized for. And it's nice to have guys like that to call them your friend and to be able to reach out for pointers and stuff like that, because you really can't fail with friends like that.
Yeah. And speaking of Kickstarters, if you missed our Kickstarter that just ended, Cannibal Kitty Part 2, you can still go there and click on the link that's on the Kickstarter page for Cannibal Kitty 2, and it'll take you to the CrowdOx survey where you can actually, if you're interested in any of my other books, you can order back issues of any title that I've done that's self-published for Still a Princess, and then also your copies of Cannibal Kitty 2. So, yeah.
All right. Well, then we are getting out of time here. Guys, go get his exclusive. Buy it. Buy all the covers.
Buy them all.
All the covers, all the calendars. Get them all. Get yourself
all
some free tattoos and wrist bracelets.
Yes.
Dude, I appreciate you coming on. Thank you
thank you for having me.
The show. You know, it's awesome that, you know, someone who's been doing in the industry for a while wants to recognize a little bit of legitimacy to our little 3 days of random shit that we put together.
No, it's good. It's good. We're just so just emerged and doing our own publishing company and doing our own books and stuff, that to actually stop and do an outside show and stuff, it kind of just, you know, it's like I haven't visited nobody in a while. So hey, how you doing?
The opportunity for more fans to come your way, man. I mean,
totally, man, totally.
I mean, I know you're killing it with what you're doing, but you know, when all these other people they come, that you can, I guess I don't want to say leech, but you get the opportunity to make a new fan that would normally tune into your stuff.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we did for this actual book for the Conline exclusive. Is that Still Princess has 3 titles: Sad Girl, Psycho Baby, Sugar Pop, and Cannibal Kitty. So the interiors of this book is 24 pages, and it has all 3 titles in there, like samples of them, so you can read and see if you like it, which title you like.
Nice.
So just for you guys that haven't checked it out before. So.
All right. Well, guys, we are going to take a break, and when we come back, we will be back with Scout Comics. Dan, thank you again, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
We'll talk business later in the week about more covers, man.
Yeah, man, of course. So, bye, guys.
All right, we'll see you next time. All right, guys, go to ComicOnline.com right now. The recount is live. I'm actually going to make sure that we have all the buttons up. We were in the middle of that, and I just let me check here. Let's go to see if it's live. Should be. Double check. So you tell them about the recount, Greg.
It's now in quad cover, limited to 250. It is live. So you get this now. It's the only way to get this book before the election. The book comes out in November. So right now, if you order through us, you'll get the book about a month, about a week before it comes out, 2 weeks.
We have copies on hand. You want to grab one? So we actually have these in hand, guys. These will ship next week. And you will be able to pick those up. It is a beautiful cover. You can see on the site where you have the pictures posted. We actually have it in hand. The back cover, we wouldn't know what it was without the having it on hand. Can't show you the inside because I think we could get in a lot of trouble for that. I didn't ask David and Scout if we could do that, so we're just not gonna. Plus, I don't want to spoil it for anybody. It's an amazing book, guys. I've read it. You're gonna love it. Like, it is definitely an edge of your seat. Where is issue number 2 book? It is very good. So yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna, I guess, head over and we'll let you guys hear some stuff from our sponsors, and then we will be back with Scout Comics in about 27 minutes.
Comic Conline is brought to you by the following sponsors: OasisComics.com, the home for J. Lee exclusive variants; ScottsCollectibles.co.uk, home for Alan Qua, Kel New, and many of the industry's top creators; ClanMcDonaldComics.com, the official CBCS facilitator for Comic Conline; AlphaOmegaCertification.com, the official CGC facilitator of Comic Conline; ArtGermCollectibles.com, the only place to find exclusives for Artgerm, DCWJ, Kunkka, and Ejikure; JJ'sComicArt.com, the home for all things Doug Mankey and some amazing original art deals.